students. Now we are going to see about female reproductive system. Female reproductive system. You already know about male reproductive system. Compared to the male reproductive system, female reproductive system having some complex function. It's more complex than male because female reproductive system not only produce the gametes, along with that it having some additional works, the nurturing of fetus, not only producing gametes. In addition to that, it produce nutrition or nurture to fetus. So it is a complicated than male reproductive system. Female reproductive system. So what are the organs included in female reproductive system? In female reproductive system, it comprise a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviduct or fallopian tube. Then uterus, then cervix, then vagina and external genitalia. So these are all the organs including female reproductive system. Now we are going to see these all the organs one by one. First ovaries, second oviduct or fallopian tube, third one uterus, fourth one cervix, fifth one vagina, and finally external genitalia. So not only these organs in female reproductive system, along with that, mammary gland. Mammary gland is also including female reproductive system. So these organs and as well as mammary gland, it provide a structural and functional support. The structural and functional support of oogenesis, implantation, patuation, placentation, childbirth and child care. So these are all the organs to involved in the process of oogenesis, production of ovum and as well as fertilization, implantation and the growth of fetus and finally childbirth and child care. So these are all organs of female reproductive system. Then next, ovary. The primary female reproductive organ. Female reproductive organ is ovary. The ovary, a pair of ovary, it present in the pelvic region of female body. We know that pelvic region. In the hip region, we have a skeletal section is a pelvic girdle. So that region is called as the pelvic region. That pelvic region having a ovary in each side. A pair of ovary present in each side of pelvic region of female body. It present in back side of the urinary bladder. Okay. Ovary. And the structure of the size of ovary 2 to 4 centimeter long. 2 to 4 centimeter long, the size of ovary. And the ovary is a primary female reproductive organ. It produces the female gamete ovum. And also it secretes female reproductive hormone. Estrogen and progesterone. These hormones are secreted from ovary. So the ovary is a primary reproductive organ in female. It produces ovum, the female reproductive gamete, and also it secretes a female reproductive hormone estrogen and progesterone. These hormones is important for development of secondary sexual character in female. You know that what are the secondary sexual character in female? So it was responsible by these two hormones, the estrogen and progesterone. It involved the development of female reproductive organ and also appearance of secondary sexual characters in females. Now, and structure of ovary. Position, we know that the position of ovary, we know the position, pelvic region of female body, pelvic region of female body, the position of ovary. The next structure of ovary. So structure we already discussed. The structure is having a size of 2 to 4 centimeter long. The shape of ovary, elliptical shape. The shape of ovary, elliptical shape, like a almond-like shape, Okay, and it was covered by the ovary. It was externally covered by a membrane is called germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium. It is made up of cuboidal epithelial cells. The germinal epithelium is made up of cuboidal, single layer of cuboidal cells. This germinal epithelium, it consists of ovarian stroma. The germinal epithelium, it covers ovarian stroma. So ovarian stroma, it divided into two regions. Outer region is cortex. Inner region is medulla. The ovarian stroma, it divided into two regions. Outer region is cortex. Inner region is medulla. In that behind the germinal epithelium. So germinal epithelium, it extend with the germinal epithelium extend with attached with the endothelium cells. The germinal epithelium it extend with the endothelium cells to form peritoneum. And behind the germinal epithelium, immediate behind the germinal epithelium, there is a fibrous layer that present in the female ovary. It's called tunica albuginea. This tunica albuginea, the layer, we already heard this name because this tunica albuginea is present in male reproductive system. The testis is covered by the outer layer. That layer is called tunica albuginea. The same thing is also present in ovary. They present just behind the germinal epithelium. Above the ovarian stromata, we have a fibrous layer. It's called tunica albuginea. Then next inner structure of ovary. In inner structure of ovary, in ovary we know that the ovarian stroma is divided into two regions, outer cortex, inner medulla. In cortex region, cortex and medulla. In cortex region, it has a dense structure, granulated structure, dense and granulated because of, what is the reason of dense granulated means? Because of the cortex region, it consists of many primary follicles. follicles in different stages. In different stages. Cortex region is a dense granulated portion because it consists of many primary follicles in different stages of development. Okay, not all the primary follicles in same stage. The primary follicles in cortex region having different stages, development stages. Then inner medulla. Okay. The medulla is very loosely packed, loose tissue. It consists of connective tissue. Vascular, many blood vessels, smooth muscles, elastic fibers. So these are present in the medulla region. So medulla region is a loose structure having a connective tissue, vascular and many blood vessels and smooth muscles and more elastic fiber. These are all present in the medulla region. Then next to that, inner structure of ovary. Okay. In ovary we have primary follicles. In ovary have ovarian follicles. The importance in ovary. In ovary, cortex region, there is many number of ovarian follicles are and also called as primary follicles. These primary follicles, So these primary follicles consist of ovum. These primary follicles consist of ovum. It covered by that ovum. That ovum is covered by the granulosa cells. The ovum is covered by the ovum and it covered by granulosa cells. These granulosa cells are called follicular granulosa. This layer is called follicular granulosa. This layer is called follicular granulosa. In primary follicles, the primary follicles, and after that, the primary follicles it embedded in a small cavity within the ovarian follicle. Within the primary follicle, there is a ovum and it covered by small follicular granulosa cells. Is called as follicular granulosa. It also called as cumulus oophorus. Follicular granulosa or cumulus oophorus. Then this structure, ovum and the follicular granulosa, it is embedded in a cavity. The cavity is called antrum. Okay. This antrum is a fluid-filled cavity. This antrum is a fluid-filled cavity in a ovarian follicle or primary follicles. This antrum, it consists of fluid is called liquor folliculi. That fluid is named as liquor folliculi. The antrum is a fluid-filled cavity. It consists of ovum and ovarian and granulosa. The cumulus oophorus are follicular granulosa cells, and these cavity is filled with a liquid. That liquid is called liquors. The liquor folliculi. Then antrum also covered. Antrum also covered by many granulosa cells. It forms as a thecal layer. The antrum is covered by a many granulosa cells. Granulosa cells. It form T-con layer. Okay. In tertiary follicle, that ovum in tertiary follicle, the secondary oocyte, they are also called as secondary oocyte. We mentioned as a secondary oocyte in tertiary follicle. Secondary oocyte in tertiary follicle. In tertiary follicle, it form a layer. Yeah, it form a ovarian follicle, form a layer. Okay. This layer is called. And after that, it is one of the important layer. Okay, in tertiary follicles. Okay, and the next, and it also become the secondary, tertiary follicle. It become grow, and the follicle become mature, grow and mature. It called as mature Graafian follicle. Mature Graafian follicle. In secondary oocyte in tertiary follicle, it form a layer and it become mature, continue to grow and become mature. It finally called as mature Graafian follicle. Okay. Then and the secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte in Graafian follicle, it fully grown. And it come out from the ovary is called ovulation. So ovulation is a process, the shedding of ovum. From ovary. Shedding of ovum. The ovulation is a process. This process is the shedding of ovum from ovary is called as ovulation. Okay. And this ovulation exactly happens in that every menstrual cycle and before that 14 days of next menstrual cycle. At the middle of menstrual cycle, the ovulation will happen. The ovulation exactly happen before 14 days. Before 14 days of next menstruation, the ovulation is happened. The ovulation means shedding of ovum from ovary. Ovary is the ovum வெளியில வரக்கூடிய அந்த process தான் ovulation. Okay. Here it also one point is I missed it, that in tertiary follicle, the secondary oocytes are covered by a layer is called zona pellucida. Yeah. Zona pellucida is one of the layer. It formed in an outer layer of the secondary oocyte in tertiary follicle. After that, it getting grow and mature. It became a mature Graafian follicle. From the mature Graafian follicle, the ovum was released. The process called ovulation. The process of ovulation is shedding of ovum from ovary. The next step. Corpus luteum. Next one is corpus luteum. We know that ovary is an almond-like structure. You know that a pair of ovary present in female, it is a 2 to 4 centimeter long. It's an almond-like structure. Within the ovary, the cortex region, many follicles, different stage of follicles will present. You know that. Yeah, it is a primordial follicles. That next. Yeah. This is a primary follicle. Primary follicle. It's called primary follicle. Then next, these are all the granulosa cells, and this is a ovum. It covered by the another one granulosa cells, known as the cumulus oophorus, and it is attached with the other region. It is called antrum. This is called antrum, the fluid cavity. The fluid cavity. Fluid cavity. Yeah, it is a secondary follicle. Secondary follicle. Okay, and finally it becomes Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. That moves into the one end of Graafian follicle. And around the Graafian follicle, the antrum is covered by theca layer. And this is the structure of Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. And after that, the mature ovum released from Graafian follicle. After that, ovum, matured ovum, the primary follicle will grow and become the secondary follicle, and the antrum was developed the fluid cavity, and the fluid was liquid follicle, and the mature Graafian follicle will come out exterior and peripheral region of ovary, and the rupture of ovary, the ovum was released. This process is called ovulation. After ovulation, the empty Graafian follicles, the empty Graafian follicle we call as corpus luteum. The empty Graafian follicle. It called as corpus luteum. This corpus luteum, when the ovum was fertilized, it turns into secretory gland. It secretes estrogen and progesterone. Progesterone and small amount of estrogen. When if ovum fertilized, corpus luteum, it secretes progesterone and low amount of estrogen. If ovum fertilized, is corpus luteum. Okay. If ovum not fertilized, okay, this corpus luteum, after 14 days, you know that ovulation it takes place middle of the menstrual cycle, 14 days before that next menstrual cycle, and after ovulation, if the ovum is not fertilized, the remaining days, it will be sustained in that ovary. It will remain sustained in the ovary, and slowly it is degenerated. At the end of menstrual period or menstrual cycle, this corpus luteum degenerated. It became as a scar tissue is called corpus albicans. So, if ovum fertilized, the corpus luteum it turns into secretory gland. It secretes progesterone and estrogen. It helps to maintain the pregnancy in females. If that ovum not fertilized, that corpus luteum it is maintained and it will be remain in that days, the complete menstrual cycle. At the end of menstrual cycle, it became a scar tissue. inactive tissue, and it will be disintegrate. It turns into corpus albicans. Corpus albicans and corpus luteum. Okay. In the empty Graafian follicle, it also called as yellow body. Also called as yellow body. Corpus luteum, they also called as yellow body because it can contain one of the yellow liquid pigment called lutein. Lutein is present in corpus luteum, so it looks like a yellow color. So it called as yellow body. At the end of menstrual cycle, if ovum not fertilized, it become corpus albicans. It became a colorless white color, so it called as white body. It became colorless. Okay, it became a scar tissue. It's a corpus albicans. It's a scar tissue. Okay, so this is the structure of ovary. Okay, external and internal structure. And next we are going to see oviducts. Pair of oviducts in female reproductive system. In female reproductive system, the structure of female reproductive system. Right. Okay. A female reproductive system.